I didn't know it was the Empress's ship when I agreed to fix it. If I had, I probably would have said no, or at least charged triple. The distress beacon was old, barely functional, drifting at the edge of the Cars's expanse where trade lanes thinned out and law stopped pretending it cared. I was running solo at the time, picking up small repair contracts and salvage jobs. Nothing glamorous. Nothing political. The ship I found was massive, elegant even in damage, an obsidian hull fractured by a lattice of golden veins where energy conduits had ruptured. It floated silent, power bleeding slowly into the void. No escort. That alone should have scared me. I docked anyway. Inside, the corridors were dim, lit by emergency biolights that pulsed like a heartbeat. The technology was advanced, far beyond what most species used, but broken in familiar ways. Power misalignment, core feedback loops, the kind of problems no one wanted to crawl into and solve by hand. I was halfway to the engine nexus when I felt it. That pressure, like gravity bending slightly in my direction. Human, a voice said behind me. Calm. Commanding. Dangerous. I turned slowly. She stood there alone. Tall, draped in lead armor that looked ceremonial rather than practical, her skin the color of starlight filtered through smoke. Her eyes were bright, too bright, and old in a way that made my instincts scream, "Don't lie." "I'm Elias Ward," I said. "Independent engineer. Your ship sent a distress call." "I know," she replied. "I authorized it." That should have been my second warning. "Why no guards?" I asked. "They are dead," she said simply. I nodded. No point pretending that didn't matter. "The core breach is serious," I said. "If I don't stabilize it soon, this ship won't survive another jump." "I am aware," she said. "That is why you are here." She watched me work. Not hovering. Not interfering. Just observing. The engine core was a marvel, multiphased, semi-organic, capable of folding localized space. It was also on the brink of catastrophic failure. I stripped off my gloves and got to work manually, rerouting energy flows, bypassing damaged conduits, using tools that weren't designed for human hands. Minutes turned into hours. At one point, my vision blurred and I had to brace myself against the bulkhead. "You are injured," she said. "Just tired," I replied. "Your ship doesn't like being told what to do." Her lips curved faintly. "Few things do." When the final conduit locked into place, the hum of the core stabilized. The ship shuddered once, then settled into a smooth, steady rhythm. I leaned back, exhausted. "It'll hold," I said. "Long enough for full repairs at a dock." Silence followed. Then she said, "You have saved my life." I looked up. "You could have left on a pod." She shook her head. "An Empress does not abandon her flagship." Empress. There it was. I stood up a little straighter. "That would have been good to know earlier." "Would it?" she asked. "Would you have acted differently?" I considered that. "No," I said. "The ship needed fixing." She studied me intently, then inclined her head. "I am Empress Velith of the Aurelian Concord," she said. "And you have done what my own engineers could not." "I had time," I replied. "And no one telling me it was impossible." Her eyes narrowed, not in offense, but interest. "Humans are unconventional," she said. "That's one word for it." We walked together to the observation deck. Stars spilled across the viewport as the ship slowly adjusted its trajectory. "My people fear your species," Velith said. "You are young, violent, emotion-driven. Not entirely wrong, I admitted. And yet, she continued, you crossed into unknown space alone to answer a dying ship's call. You repaired it without demanding payment. You did not kneel when you learned who I was. I shrugged. Kneeling doesn't fix engines. She laughed then, a soft, genuine sound. It seems, she said, that the reports about you are incomplete. About me? I asked. About humanity, she corrected. The ship reached a stable jump window. Automated systems came fully online for the first time since I'd arrived. The crisis was over. That was when I realized something unsettling. So, what happens now? I asked. Velith turned to face me. Now, she said, I return to my people. And you return to your wandering. That's it. I asked. No arrest? No interrogation? No, she said. That would cheapen the choice you made. She stepped closer. In my culture, she continued, a life saved freely creates a bond, not of ownership, but of remembrance. Before I could respond, she leaned forward and pressed her lips gently to my forehead. Then, unexpectedly, she kissed me. It wasn't possessive. It wasn't political. It was sincere. For courage, she said quietly. And for restraint. I felt my face heat. You don't do things halfway, do you? No, she said. Nor do humans, it seems. She stepped back, regal once more. I will return, Elias Ward, Empress Velith said. When the time is right. When the galaxy is ready to see humans not as tools, but as equals. And if I'm not around? I asked. Her eyes gleamed. You will be. The docking clamps released. My ship disengaged as her flagship powered up fully, its engines glowing with renewed strength. As she vanished into hyperspace, I sat alone in my cockpit, staring at the empty stars. I'd repaired a lot of ships in my life. But that one changed the course of history. And somewhere out there, an empress remembered the human who fixed what couldn't be fixed, and walked away without asking for more.